Alright, bonjour à tous, Battosay here, welcome to episode 29, no, 21 of my Let's Play. And today I want to make myself some new enemies, so let's get my sword ready. Alright, no, not now, now. Look at him. Come on, not afraid. Don't even need an enchanted sword to kill you. Come on. I want some blood. Some well, I don't think you have blood, actually. Some rotten meat. Rotten meat. Yep. Come on. Okay, that's good. Gonna use that to make myself some redstone, because now the new version is out, 3.49, and you can synthesize redstone using gold nuggets, which is awesome. And so yeah, the second floor of the tree farm is about to be finished. Just had to make the roof, but before that I want to remove all of that netherrack above, and seeing all of those zombie pigmen here made me think that it could be nice to have a zombie pigman farm above, since I have enough space. I'm at level 52, so I can go really higher and make some pigman farm, and they would drop on the level, well, on the roof of the second level of the tree farm. So that's gonna be nice. And down there, which I finished almost the floor and all of the walls to make everything look finished and polished. You can see any redstone. We're just gonna add a cauldron next, not a cauldron, a hopper next to each of the block dispenser here, because there's almost always some leaves at least, that grows next to the block dispensers, and sometimes when they decay they drop some saplings. So this way I'm gonna be able to collect a bit more bloodwood sapling, and as you can see, it's been working well. Removed all of the wood already once, and I got a lot, and still kept working. So that's really cool. I'm gonna have a lot of wood, and also lots of lots of soul dust to make solderons. So yeah, I'm gonna remove all of that netherrack, finish the ceiling here, and maybe start digging downstairs a small nether wart farm. I wanted to make it on top at first, but finally I've decided to make it under it, because I'm gonna do something pretty small, because I don't need that much nether wart at all, and it's gonna be fully automated. Damn, there's so much netherrack. I thought there was much less, but actually no. Already removed 2 double chests of netherrack. I'm full again, and I still have 6 layers of netherrack to remove here. So that's gonna take a while. Got to go back home, stay some time in the XP farm to get a new pick, because this one is almost finished. So I'll try to make a level 40 or something enchantment, and I'll be back to remove that netherrack and finish the tree farm here. As you can see, the roof is here, and we even have a ghast that spawned inside. Okay, so yeah, lots more digging and we'll be back to building. Okay, so one day later, and after mining over, let's see, 31,000 blocks, holy shit. That's a lot. I finally finished removing a huge chunk of the mountain here to be able to continue my building above. So now I'm gonna go inside to start the regular bloodwood farm over there, and then we'll start a small pigment farm over there. So be right back. Alright, so here's the plan for the regular 3 farm. I've divided the space into 5 by 5 cells with a soul sand in the middle where the tree will grow. There's gonna be 24 hopper next to it. This way, when I want to plant my bloodwood sapling, I won't just have to click on it and piss off the pigment, but I'll just throw it next to this hopper. That's why this one is 1 block higher. This way I could place some glowstone to light the space, and also like that I can throw my saplings. And maybe I should even place some hoppers here. And the point is to have a controlled growth of the trees. And I just after that have to remove the wood and let the leaves decay. And they'll drop some saplings into the bunch of hoppers that's under them. And I just have to come above and check which hopper has something in it, because when you throw a first item into a hopper, the texture change. This way I know when I have my saplings inside. And yeah, so just I have now to make a whole bunch of hoppers. Luckily that's a really cheap recipe to make them. You only need 2 gear, 2 siding, 1 pressure plate and 1 corner. So that's only using wood, and since I've spent a lot of time digging the netherrack above, the tree farm worked here very well. I already had a lot of bloodwood, but now I'm gonna have even more, so I'm gonna go back home, place all of that wood into my saw setup to make siding, molding and corners and gears, and I'll be back after I crafted all of my hoppers and I've placed them above, and we'll start the pigman farm if we have enough time. Alright, back to the real world, because I needed some sand to make more glass pans, and I had a stupid idea. I wanted to see what would happen and if it would be an efficient solution to get some sand. So let's see. Holy shit. Come on, run. Yeah, probably a stupid idea. Oh my god. Oh shit. Doesn't look like I'm making that much sand. Stop shooting at each other. Looks like it's just burning everything everywhere. Oh my god. The noise is so scary. Holy shit. Ah, fire everywhere. Yeah, so it could be working if the explosion wouldn't set everything on fire. Now let's try to kill them. If I can't aim, maybe. Headshot. So yeah, no, stupid idea. Not really efficient. I think I'll just stick to torch solution. You know, when you go dig right under the sandstone, place one torch and then remove the last sandstone block before sand to make the sand fall on your torch, because it will destroy the sand block. Not sure I'm gonna have even enough arrows. Bam! What? Where are you? Whoosh! Holy sh... Leave me alone! Okay, well... this is ridiculous. So, not so efficient. I'm gonna just use my shovel. Okay, made a little break because I could update Minecraft to version 1.1 since Battosay updated, and since I only have one arrow left in total, I wanted to make and test a level 50 enchantment, so just gonna try to find something that I like. I don't know why I like to choose depending on the characters that I see, and we'll try to get infinity in our bow. Maybe the 42 here. Ah, yes! Power 5, punch 2, infinity 1. So, if I got it right, with just an arrow, you will never need any more arrows. And I don't use my arrow. But, yeah, you can pick them up. Makes sense. Awesome, so that's gonna be so useful in the Nether. That's gonna be awesome. Well, isn't that a great opportunity? So, just finished the tree farm below, and I was about to build the frame for the pigman farm, and I just had one of them spawning, so I'm gonna test to make absolutely sure that when it will drop, it will die. Let's check. Perfect. So the zombie pigmen will spawn at this level, and using some mechanism I found on YouTube, they're gonna fall on these two holes here, where there's gonna be a whole bunch of hoppers that will collect the drops, and they'll die here. So let me just go downstairs quickly, and I'll show you what I did for the tree farm below. Oh, did that off camera because that's not really important, and that was really tedious work. That was just placing a whole bunch of hoppers and glass pans above, and to collect my bloodwood saplings I'll just come and remove all of the logs. That's why I wanted to have glass pans around to be able to see where the wood is. And after that I let the leaves decay and drop some saplings in the hopper under them. So really nothing fancy at all. And then throw the sapling to plant it without pissing off all of the zombie pigmen. So yeah, I'll place all of my stone and I'll start the floor above, and I'll be back when it's done. Okay, so back to the pigman farm. So we are now actually above, all the way above. I'm gonna place a windmill here because I want to use turntable for the timing. So I started building the spawning grounds. There's 4 floors here, one at each window level. And as I said, we are above the drop point with a whole bunch of hoppers, and each spawning ground is made of a room 3 high with a moving floor. So to move the floor, there's a whole bunch of piston on both sides, and when that's gonna receive power, first the blocks will move one way and all of the floor will move into the wall here, and then the block will get back into their place. And we have a test subject here, so let's see what happened to the monsters when we do that. Looks like it disappeared, but no, it just fell through the floor, through the blocks, and went to die downstairs where there's some stuff into the hoppers. Because there's some sort of glitch with the moving blocks from the pistons, and you can fall through. It doesn't happen all of the time, but every now and then you'll fall through the blocks and fall down there, and without a great armor like mine, you'll die. And so the floor below for the drop point is finally finished. I spent a lot of time on this room trying to make things look really nice. I tried to use different patterns and different blocks. So we have some wickers, some glass pans, some iron bars, some grates, a bit of vines, and some glass block every here and there, and some glowstone. So it gives a very nice impression of I don't know how to say that, you know. It looks really big like that. That's quite impressive. Let's have a look from outside. The trees here are growing very nicely, and downstairs looks like something bad happened with this one. I'll fix that later. So a quick look from outside. Ta-dum. So yeah, obviously I haven't worked on this part yet, or the bottom of the building below the tree farm with the automated tree farm. Since there's some redstone, I can place some windows, so I'll try to be creative here. Same thing above, I can place too much windows because I don't like to see the redstone, but since it's really high above, maybe I'll place some windows anyway. Let's get up there to get a better view. There we go. So it looks quite impressive like that. You can see that I even reached the top of the Nether right there. I've used some regular slabs all around it to try to get a new color all around, and I had to place either stairs or half slabs above everywhere to make sure that I won't have any pigmen spawning outside of the building here. And I'll try to find something to prevent the zombie pigmen to spawn all around. Maybe I'll simply use flint and steel on all of the netherrack to make sure that there's fire on every blocks, because they won't be able to spawn in the fire, I guess. I hope so. I'll try to check that. I don't think they could spawn on fire. It would be weird. So yeah, if that doesn't work, I'll place lava or half slabs everywhere. Might be ugly with half slabs, but I don't know. I'll try to find something. I hope the fire works. Anyway, now I'm gonna finish the second part of the pigment farm and start the redstone part. So I need to install a turntable and then simply connect the signal from the turntable to all of the pistons on both sides, and it will be finished and we'll have a final look for this episode. And there we go, the finished setup with all of the spawning grounds ready. As you can see, the ones on the right already have some zombie pigmen that spawn, because when I went downstairs they started spawning, but on the left, since I'm really close from it, they didn't have time to spawn yet. So we have some more testing subjects on the third floor as well, I think. Nope. And on the fourth one, there we go, some as well. So as you can see, I've placed half slabs almost everywhere I could. I even have to add some above the redstone here, and holy shit, got a ghast that spawned right below me. Let's get ready. I hope you won't shoot. Okay, on the other side. Die! Ooh. So I'll have to find a solution to prevent the ghast from spawning here. But anyway, yeah, half slabs everywhere, because these sneaky bastards will spawn everywhere they can on full blocks, so I have to place half slabs everywhere, even above the redstone here, because they can spawn on blocks that have redstone, but not on the layers. So now I have, let's start from downstairs. No more ghast, I hope. Yeah. Nope. Okay, so downstairs I have a button that goes all the way up, hidden under some sandstone here. That goes to a piston, sorry, a piston flip-flop. That's just above here. Keep going with the signal. There we go. And then this torch takes the signal to here, to the flip-flop from the piston. The signal goes here. I use the small tricks to get the signal to the gearbox, to the turntable for the redstone timing on the pistons, and also it's powering downstairs this block over here, and then we'll power this redstone that goes downstairs, and that's the flip-flop signal on or off to tell me I'm gonna place some light blocks under that to tell me when the system is on or off. And so the signal from the flip-flop goes to a turntable all the way above, and on this turntable there's a buddy block. The turntable is on the second setting, so every 4 seconds it makes a rotation. Every 2 seconds, so every 4 seconds it's either here or here. 4 seconds on this side, 4 seconds later on this side, etc. And it sends a signal to the redstone here. It's still connected since it's a half slab, and that goes to the piston, goes to the torch here, powers the block, the torch here, and then so it powers the piston on the floor below, again here, powers the pistons, and all the way downstairs. So this way the floor keep moving one side or the other. So we are gonna make a small test. I'll just have to well, let's go downstairs to see the pigment falling. That's gonna be fun. Aye. Let's try not to fall this time. Keep breaking my armor. Okay, so turn it on. Gonna add light blocks here to tell me when it's working. And I hope I didn't. Yep, and there we go. I'm gonna have to add probably some glass block here to prevent them from falling on top of the walls here. And this way they'll just keep falling and spawning on these moving floors above me. That's weird, I have no sound. I hope there's still sound when I'm recording this. Don't hear anything on my side. And they'll fall and die, and I'll just come to get their drops. And that's the pigment farm. So I'll polish a bit above to place all of the half slabs, and also I have to design the outside of the top floor and of this floor. I might try to add some windows here, I guess, since we can see outside. Maybe not a good idea. And yeah, add some glass and make the building look completely finished on the top and on the bottom. No ghast, good. And yeah, I'll conclude this episode on that, so I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye guys.